The McCormack-Williamson Tract project is a 1,500-acre restoration project on the northeast side of the delta. The aim is to restore natural floodplain and tidal marsh habitats, and also to reduce flood risk in the area. These are habitats which are very rare in the delta, have been lost, and we can recreate those habitats in this location without significant cost, as in the central delta.
This is a project that brings together the goals of the Nature Conservancy, the Department of Water Resources, Local Reclamation District 2110, and the flood districts of Sacramento County. It's kind of a sweet spot in conservation because it has multiple benefits to both people and wildlife. The goals of the McCormack-Williamson projects are habitat restoration and public safety. The habitat restoration is the building of the tidal wetlands and the riparian forest, which serve as habitat for both fish and waterfowl and migratory birds in the Pacific Flyway. The public safety part of the project is McCormack-Williamson no longer becomes a threat by filling up with water and having a huge slug of water coming through the system.
With McCormack-Williamson Tract operating the way it is, there's uncontrolled flood events. What happens now is that the water overflows the east levee, flows into the tract, and then you have this buildup in a very short amount of time. It breaks out the bottom, creating a wall of water for the surrounding levees and stakeholders. That's something that the stakeholders don't want to happen. Contrast to that, with the restoration project, we're creating a situation where this water can slowly drain through the island, sort of like a bathtub, if you will.
During the high water of 2017, the island started filling up with water. There was a breach on the north end. And as the island was filling up, the concern was it would fill up and it would have a sudden break in the levees downstream. And all that water would start going downstream, raising the elevations on the levees on the surrounding islands, which nobody wanted. And so the agencies, the Nature Conservancy, the reclamation districts all got together, and we decided the best thing to do was to intentionally notch the island on the south end to relieve the flood pressure and have the island drain on a gradual basis instead of having a catastrophic break, which ironically is what we want the restoration to be, but also have all this habitat structure.
Prior to the flooding of 2017, the Delta Stewardship Council had funded UC Davis and other entities to do a sort of a pre-evaluation of the restoration at McCormack-Williamson Tract. It was an ideal situation, it turned out, because when the island flooded, they were able to actually study the island. So there was a lot we learned through this last flood scenario, which was unplanned because of this existing research project.
Restoration projects like the McCormack-Williamson take a long time because there are so many stakeholders involved. And this year, we've met a major milestone where we've been able to protect infrastructure, where we have completed large portions of the design. And really the next phase of the project is to strengthen some of the interior levees and to design the wetlands that are going to be there in the riparian forest and to start implementing those projects. And this will take work with the local communities and the local reclamation districts moving forward. But I think our track record so far as partners with Department of Water Resources, the Nature Conservancy, and the Reclamation District make me very bullish about completing this project.